and we're going to do some breath work, a little bit of Kundalini, some moving energy in the spine, and then our meditation and journal prompt for this week. All right, let's do it. So for today, definitely grab your journal. So have that ready, and then also make sure you have like a little space. I'm going to suggest a mat for today because we're going to do one thing on the hands and knees at the beginning and then also in the middle. And then, yeah, like usual, maybe something to sit up on if you prefer that for meditation. And of course, for the breath work too, for today's practice, you're probably going to want to do it seated. And then towards the end, maybe for meditation, you might want to lie down. Okay, so let's begin just by first finding a comfortable seat. So whether it's on the pillow, chair, or the floor. And then we'll start with closing the eyes. Give yourself a moment to check in with your body. Notice any areas of tension. Notice any areas of lightness or ease. And breathing into that balance. Knowing that we're always going to have a little bit of both. Sometimes one is more apparent than the other. So our focus today is on bringing in balance, balancing both the yin and yang energies, or masculine, feminine, light, dark, all of our oppositional and reciprocal, complementary, and balanced energies to harmonize together. So once you feel comfortable in your space, maybe you've lit a candle, you have some scents that you feel comforted by, maybe some tea. Arriving in presence. Maybe it's starting to feel more and more familiar. And with that familiarity, also becoming more familiar or comfortable with leaning into some discomfort as well. So take a full breath in and exhale, sigh it out. All right, so before we begin the breath, you can open the eyes. We're going to make a few movements happen with the hands and knees to start. So you can bring, if you had a pillow, you can bring that off to the side. We're going to sweep the legs around. And just have the hands and knees down. Separate the knees a little bit more. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And you can just start to move. So trying to let this be an intuitive thing. So intuitively moving through the shoulders, into the hips. Sensing where your body wants to go. So maybe you're doing this right in the morning. So you're feeling almost like you're waking up gently into movement. Or the opposite, maybe you're doing this later in the day. And you're shaking off or moving through any stuckness that has occurred throughout the day or starting to wind down before bed. So maybe starting to make those movements a little bit larger. You can do this similar to like a cat-cow style, finding some movements where the back is rounded, chin to the chest, and others where the back is arched with the belly expanding and the heart forward. And then now we'll start to reintroduce our Ujjayi breath. So this is our powerful breath in and out the nose. And now we're going to just add movement to it. So inhale to send the hips back. And then strong exhale. Come all the way back forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Good. Inhale, just center. Exhale, we'll take the chest down, forward and down towards the floor. So hug those elbows in, chest is coming down, but the hips stay slightly lifted. So this will be a gentle back arch. And then inhale, press down through the palms. Hips can drop a little bit more forward to lift your chest. And then exhale it all the way back. And again, inhale forward. Exhale, drop your chest. Inhale, push chest up. Squeeze your thighs, butt. Lift your hips, or lift your chest. And then exhale back. Flow through that. Inhale. Exhale, chest drops. Inhale, lift. Squeeze your bum to protect your back. Exhale, back. One more round. And then stay in child's pose. Maybe separate the knees a little further. You can close the eyes. Becoming present with the heart beating, the connection to the ground. And then when you're ready, we're going to come all the way up. So before we begin our breathing practice, we're going to now just do some balancing movements that start to bring the awareness of the body kind of from side to side. So let's start with the right leg, extend the toes back, and then lift lower belly up, belly button comes towards the spine, and then left arm forward. And then bring it down. And then switch sides. Take your time. You can always do arm and then leg, leg first and then arm forward. And then keep a nice strong visual or awareness of the center. So try not to shift too much from side to side as you switch which arm and leg are reaching. And then add that Ujjayi breath. Inhale. Exhale back in. Inhale. Exhale back in. Inhale. Exhale back in. Inhale. Exhale back in. One more each side. Good. Slowly come back to seated. And I think we're ready to go. So for the breath, we're going to work on, it's called alternate nostril breathing. So with this one, we're going to be thinking of moving the air in one and then out the other nostril. And usually this one is done in yoga. It's called Nadi Shodhana, and it has a mudra or a hand gesture that you use accompanying with it. So you can do this more of like a visualization without using your hand, or you can do it with the hand posture. So you're going to start with a comfortable seat, tall spine, close the eyes. And then from there, with your right hand, bring your pointer finger and thumb to touch your palm so that the pinky finger, ring finger are together and your thumb is available as well. And then you're going to take a nice deep breath in. And then close the right nostril with the thumb and then exhale just out your left nostril. And staying just like that, inhale through the left nostril. And exhale out, or close the left nostril with the ring finger, pinky finger, exhale out the right. And if you notice that you have sinus gunk, you can always blow your nose and then come back to this. So you're always inhaling through the same side. Take a pause as you switch, and then exhale out the other. So we'll be here for 21 rounds. Every inhale starts on the same side as the exhale. Exhale out the left or right nostril. You can let the hand gesture go. Bring the hands back to the knees. And just breathe evenly now. Coming back to a natural rhythm of breath. And as if you've just dissected the body in half, sense both sides, both feet, both knees, both hip sides, both shoulders, both ears. Check in. This practice can be very calming for the nervous system, rebalancing for our lymphatic system, and just overall very restorative and calming. From here, if you'd like, you can keep the eyes closed as we move into the next ones. So from seated, we're going to start what's called in Kundalini Sufi grind, but really all it is just a circling of the shoulders and torso around your base or tailbone. So you're circling the shoulders forward, inhale, and then exhale it back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Start with whatever direction makes sense first. And then begin to switch directions. And then inhale all the way up, sitting tall, chest and heart lifts. Exhale, let it go. Very nice. The next one that we're going to do is a hero's pose. So now, with hero's pose, if you have yoga blocks, I highly suggest them for this one. But I'm going to show it with a pillow. Okay, so with hero's pose, you're sitting up on the knees. And then if you have yoga blocks, you'd put a block underneath your tailbone, similar to how I have this with the pillow, but of course the yoga block's a little bit smaller, so the knees will be closer together. So you can always stack 2 blocks if you would like to have a little bit more space, but it's just to take some of the pressure off of the knees, okay? So once you feel comfortable there, and also you can sit up on a pillow, it's a little bit more ideal to have the knees a little bit closer, but I don't mind sometimes a little bit wider because it feels nice for the quads or the thighs. So from here, hands down on the thighs. We're going to do just a spinal flexion. We'll do that for about 10 rounds. So you're going to inhale, press your spine forward. So the heart's forward. Think of this, like feeling this from more of the center of the back, not just like your low back. And then exhale, round. Inhale forward. Exhale, round. Inhale forward. Exhale, round. Inhale forward. Exhale, round. You can close the eyes again. Visualize the rib cage moving forward and back. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale, relax. If this pose feels okay to stay in, you can stay there or just come back to a regular seat. We're going to start with some neck rolls, so take the right ear towards the right shoulder. Full breath. And then exhale, roll down through center. Through the other side. Inhale. And exhale, sweep it around. And then come back to neutral. And then we're going to finish today with a 5-7-8 breath. We're going to do that only for about 8 rounds. So it's just as it sounds, the counting of the breath. So it's an inhale for 5 counts, hold for 7, and then exhale for 8. So it's just really focusing on the lengthening of your exhale. So you can start whenever you're ready. If you need to take a few breaths first, we'll do that. And then you can join in, okay? So start with a deep breath. And a full one out. Inhale for 5. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. So either exhaling out the mouth or the nose. Inhale for 5. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Inhale 5. Hold 7. Exhale 8. Inhale 5. Hold 7. Exhale 8. Inhale 5. Hold 7. Exhale 8. One more time. Sorry, this is the last one now. Inhale 5. Hold 7. Exhale 8. Let the breathing normalize. And however you feel, stay here with that. And I'll just add in some prompts for the meditation into the journal. So of course, like before, the meditation can last as long as you would like it to last before being ready to write down. So our meditation can be a sensational one or a visual one. So begin by sensing yourself. and sense the corners of your mouth lifting, cultivating a nice inward smile. And what that means is just contentment, finding contentment for this moment, but also for all that is. Becoming aware of how we experience contentment. Some things are easier to experience it with than others. And then beginning to sense or visualize a moment in time, or maybe an experience where you would find yourself easily content, easily happy, at peace, joyful, excited. Maybe it's a future accomplishment, a goal that you're working towards, a person that you're really excited to see, a place you're really excited to go or have gone, some news that you're waiting and wanting to receive, and how happy you would be for that to happen. And sit with that for a moment. And then slowly start to shift to a moment that might have been challenging. So whether it was news that was challenging to hear, to receive, an experience, or even a worry, something that has not yet or has not occurred but you might be fearful of. And then trying to bring contentment into that environment, that feeling, that space, that experience as well. So you can do this by just starting with that inner smile. And seeing what messages come up in order to allow yourself to still smile in the midst of this occurring. And give yourself grace, space, lightness to be here with both within and without, both happy and sad, both light and dark. And then slowly let that fade, those thoughts pass. And then like a mirror, like you're visualizing your own reflection, begin to sense or visualize the person that has gone through both of these things. with all that knowledge, that wisdom, that inner strength, that power. Bringing an even bigger smile in. Remembering that you are and you have everything you will ever need. And repeating to yourself, whether it's the visual, looking at the mirror, or just saying it within to your heart. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Feel free to sit with this and continue meditation as long as you'd like, or we'll begin our journaling, pen to paper, begin to write. What I wrote as the specific journal prompt is resolution and reflection. So this can be pretty much like going into towards the end of the year and then into the new year, and what comes up with that in mind. So when you're ready, you can start now. Just about a minute left. Amazing. All right. And you can set it down. Very nice. Thank you for joining this practice. I hope you feel more at ease, balanced, grounded, and ready for this next week's activities and energizing tutorials, exercises, and more. I'll see you tomorrow.